Okay, hello everybody, we are live with Kerbal Space Program. I am going to be starting a new one with you guys here. We're going to call this SWUTUB, YouTube. We're going to do it as a career, and I've got this flag of Dad's Caramels. You should check it out, dadscaramels.com. Delicious caramel. Now let's check out our difficulty options, because I like to go through here and check some things out. And I mean, because you guys are watching me, so I'm gonna bump up all of my rewards by 100%, just so that we don't get to the grind and you guys get bored watching me do this. So there we go. And let's start off with just a little bit of science. Let's start off with 120. That sounds good. Comm network, I like it. Require signal for control, I like it. I have added a mod to this one, and I will put that in the description at a little later date. Right now, I'm only running MechJeb because I can't seem to fly a ship out of this atmosphere worth anything. So I'm just gonna let the bot take care of it for me, and we're just gonna pretend that that's Jeb or whoever the pilot is flying. That's how I like to look at it. Because mission control doesn't fly the ship, they let the pilot take care of that. So, like the message said, if you guys have any difficulty hearing me or anything like that, please do let me know, because I've been kind of playing around with some of my settings, and oh yeah, I am doing career, so everything is just teeny tiny, just starting off. We're gonna have to see how this goes. We did start off with some science, so let's spend that real quick. And oof. Okay, we're gonna go with both of it. And that. Because that should get us some science. I really want to get over here. Where is it? Okay, all the way over here. The unmanned tech. That gives me MechJeb Ascent features. That gives me a little bit of MechJeb, but not really all that much. This gives maneuver and translation. And this gives more landing gear stuff. Oh, I don't have enough. I've got 50. I can do some stability. And some general rocketry. Sounds good. Okay, well now I'm down to 12 science. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything useful with that. Okay, let's see. Do we have any... Oh, research rights, sellout, bailout, grant. Yeah, we don't need any of this right now. We need... There we go. Gather scientific... So, we just popped into the contracts. This is where we're going to make all of our money and that kind of thing. So, our first contract we're going to do is gather scientific data from Kerbal. One of the founding principles of Kerbal, world's first record-keeping society, is to continue to advance the frontiers of science. We still have unchecked items on our list of records to break and would like to change that. But really, there's no sense in us talking while there's still science to be done. Shall we get to it? Give us a quick crew report before launching. It's fine if any of the lights on the control panel are flashing. Just give it a quick kick. So yes, we are going to take this And yeah, we're just gonna go do it real quick. Because for this, literally all we're going to need to do is just launch that and do a crew report. But let's go ahead and do a little bit of science. Let's get this thing going as like a little scientific vehicle thingy. Flag. We could throw a parachute on it even though it's not going to go anywhere. And if you really wanted to, we're not going to. Okay. Let's launch this thing. We're gonna call this SICENCE Science Thing 1. And we're going to launch Science Thing 1. I mean, not really launch because there's no fuel or rocket or really more than just a capsule, but we're going to drag it out onto the launching pad and do some science. Yeah, and as you can see, our launching pad isn't even really much of a launching pad. It's more of a pile of singed dirt. So, crew report. Keep experiment. Okay, so gather scientific data. We did it. Well, mostly. We've got to recover it still, but let's do a little bit of science real quick. We did the crew report already. And we're gonna log the pressure data and the temperature and some more temperature and some more pressure data. And some more temperature. And sorry about that, my phone rang. I just had to take care of it for you real quick. I'm back. Let's do a step out of the vehicle. Hold on, I'll be back on mic in just a few minutes. Okay, and we did pull that off, so we're going to pick up another mission or two right here. We're going to launch our first vehicle. And I'm pretty sure that we can at least get out of the... Give me just a second, my phone's doing something weird. There we go. We should be able to get out of the atmosphere. And we might as well pick up the orbiter. Oh, can I only do 2 right now? Yep, I can only do 2. So we're going to launch and try to get out of the atmosphere in the same launch. Let's see if I can... nope. The next row is 45 science. So let us take this little science thing that we made and put some engines on it now. We're going to call it Science Thing 2. We need some coupling. Wait, do we have... We do have heat shields. So we need to put a heat shield in, and then a coupler. And then we need an engine. Fuel tank. Now the engine. We're gonna go with the old Reliant. And then we're going to put in some coupling. Let's go 3. Oh, I need that going. Yeah. Boom. Did I get that on there right? I did. Aerodynamics. It's a tiny little nose cone, but we'll go with it. Let's see what we can do. Okay, and then we need some winglets. Alright, trying to decide any other little doodads or thingamajiggies I need to add to. We are going to slap a MechJeb controller on the back here. We only need one. And we have... no we don't. So that is probably gonna be it. Unless we wanted to do some weird... Nah, we're not doing that. Yeah, and we've already got communication and everything. Yeah, there we go. Science Thing 2. I might actually be able to go somewhere. Oh. My current building can't take more... Oof. How many parts do I have? I have 34 parts. I have 31 parts now. let's see if this thing can launch now. 30 parts, 30 parts. It's probably too heavy for the launch pad. Ugh. But I like this design so much that we're gonna save it and see if we can't upgrade the launch pad real quick. No. We're so close to having enough for it. I need to just get a launch off the ground. Okay, so we need to do a new thing. So we saved science thing 2. We're gonna call this one Get Off My Grass. All we've got to do is try to get it into, well, get it off the launch pad. And we really should recover the Kerbal that's doing this for us. So there we go. We have now created the Get Off My Grass ship. This should be able to get us off our grass. And let's see what happens. I mean, I just noticed that right before I hit launch. If I hit launch right now, the whole thing's just go horribly wrong. So let's try it. I mean, we just succeeded in launching, but we're dragging. Yeah, see, like that exploded, but we didn't explode. There goes all of our parts. But we successfully left the launch pad. And that was really the important part of that one. So, let's get a crew report while we're floating down. We'll keep it. Oof. Things are blowing up. And there's Jebediah Kerman. He's just slowly floating back to Earth. Oh, Kerbal. Kerbal, I think is the name of it. But there he is, floating, floating, floating. And we should be fairly close, yeah, fairly close to where we took off from. Kind of funny, actually. And we landed without a big explosion this time. And we got 17 science out of it. We saved $1,022 from the parts that we were able to recover. And we have enough to upgrade. Ooh, Jebediah Kerbal just got 1 XP. We really should recover that stuff. And we need to upgrade our launch pad. Oh, look at that thing. It is pretty now. Let's pull that ship out that we just designed just prior to the one that just did such a good job of pulling off the one thing we needed. realized my fins were off center. Oh, that's gonna irk me all mission, but okay. Guess I'm gonna have to fix it later. Okay, we have to breach the atmosphere by flying a vessel to an altitude of 70,000 meters. Stage 1 separation. Ooh, those things blew up right behind us. We are at 35. What are we gonna make it to? If we coast right now, even without activating our next set of engines, we will make it to 100,000 meters. So I think we'll just disengage from the rest of the ship and float this one out. You know, now that I watched that float away with no way to ever recouple, I could have just kept it, used it to slow us down on the way in, and maybe recovered it for the money. But let's do some science while we're out here in outer space. The goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. Probably what it's going to do again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I love this one. The atmospheric pressure scan. The instrument reads 0. It's as if we were in a vacuum. Crazy. I'm doing a lot of science, yes I am. And yeah, we have escaped the atmosphere, we made the goal. And now we're gonna be coming back in. Well, here in a little bit. I think we're right on close to it. There's all of our parts at. Yep. We are almost there. Let us go ahead and warp right on back into space. And then we're going to do a 4 warp right on down to so we get close at least. And the heat ablator did exactly what it was supposed to do, ablated the heat. And here we come, on in. A very nice clip. And I mean, it's not too terribly far of a drive for the pickup crew to come get him. And that was just about the right time to pop the parachute. Started to bring us down in a very nice clip. Oh, I can't EVA without upgrading my astronaut comp. They've probably not trained for it at all. Let's not jettison the heat shield, because that's going to cost us money if we do. Woohoo! He bounced. Let's see, can I do a crew report? I can. EVA report and get back in the ship and let's collect him. Got 88 science for that. Say, recovered 8,000 funds and got quite a bit out of it. Jebediah Kerbal did not get any XP for it. I guess he really didn't do anything. Let us upgrade. Oof, can't upgrade that. We could upgrade mission control. We could upgrade the astronaut complex. Or we could hold on to the money for the moment. This one's to test the Flea Solid Rocket Booster, which is something we're already using on that ship. So let's go ahead and take that. Test the decoupler. Test the TD-12 decoupler while not flying. Okay, so let's try it, because I don't even have to modify this thing at all, that part of it. Okay, let's see if we can pull off this other contract we've got. Whoa, what are you doing? Whoa! Well, let's try that again. Revert to launch. Well, this is being silly now. It worked just fine the last time I tried to launch this thing. Let's give it a stand, I guess. There we go. And yeah, we just gotta... Oh wait, we don't even need this one. Don't save. Get off my grass worked just fine the way it worked. I need this thing. And we need to actually launch it. Okay, let's do this launch. Everything looks good for it. Check this. We need to be on at Kerbal. We are now flying. We need to get our altitude up between 56,000 and 64,000. I think I'm gonna go too fast. Yeah, now my speed's too high. But it might go back down by the time I get to 1,000, if I'm even gonna reach that. Yeah, I'll reach it. Yeah, we'll just hold on to it and see if I can get down to the right speed. But it doesn't look like I'm going to. Actually, I might. It'd be pretty cool. You can do it. 56. And we're at 800 meters per second. We need to get down to 510 before we cross over 64. Okay, well, that happened. Let's see, maybe we can just keep it like this and slow ourselves down on the way down. Well, my speed's correct now. No, it's not. Okay, we are being considered flying again. We need to bring our speed down, because we're now within the acceptable, and we're gonna lose that right there. Donuts! I warped and missed it. But let's see if we can use what we've got to actually recover this thing without losing all of the extra pieces. Actually, it looks like we are probably going to have to abandon that idea. I don't think I can get it around like that. So honestly, I think what we need to do first that was so close. Now pop off, flip it. Yeah, flipped it. Yeah, observe the mystery goo. And we're coming in for a landing, and we're gonna go sploosh. Woohoo! We did it. We splooshed. Now if I go clicky in here and look, oh, we're underwater. Oh no, underwater. That's no good. Let's recover it. Get Jeb out of the water. He might get cold. Got 23 science for that. Recovered almost 8 grand in parts. Do we have any parts laying around that we can recover? There are some debris. Fundraising campaign? Yeah, hey Nick, how's it going? Glad you could stop by and see how we're doing. Yeah, this one is actually the contract one as well, so I make a little bit of money doing these little missions and whatnot, but uh, we will see what happens when we fire all of this off, and we're supposed to... Oh yeah, I have to test this part. Yep, run test. Woohoo! I just made some money. And there we go. Kind of a crazy looking ship. We are flying, our speed is good, now our speed is too high. Yeah, right here, we need to be between 56,000 and 64,000 meters. And our speed needs to be between 390 and 510. My speed is going way too fast for that. Well, hopefully nowhere. Really, we're trying to only get between those altitude, and that speed. But I don't think we're going to slow down enough by the time we get into that altitude. Because here comes 50,000 meters. And there's 56. 64. Yep, now we're outside of the acceptable. Well, we're slowing down nicely, but not nicely enough. Yeah, we're not gonna make it on this one, so... Boing! I need to put you like this. Nope, 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 like that. Which way are we traveling? That's the wrong symbol. Oh, there's program. Now we see how well this heat ablator can ablate some heat on the way in. It's so weird having to do this mostly manual control, because I'm not all that good at it. I have killed 3 Jebs so far tonight. We keep reverting back to the launch, so they haven't actually died yet, but we've seen what could have happened. Uh-oh, here we come. The G-forces are climbing, and we have made it through the break in the atmosphere. We're now slowing down enough that we don't burn up. And come up on 5,000 meters. Gonna pop the parachute now, even though it's not actually gonna fully deploy until we hit 1,000 meters. That explosion you heard was part of the other part of the ship. Yep, see, there we go, with the deployment of the parachute. And we are now slowing down to a nice glide. And we can deactivate all of our extra little doodads. And here comes the ground. Boink. And we bounce. So nice. Let us EVA real quick. So we can not do any science for it. But we can remove his helmet. And get back in. Loading, loading. And we got very little science out of it. We saved a little bit of money. Oh, I just noticed there's a percentage up here, so I guess I saved 97.1% of what I spent on the ship. Wish that had more money. Well, hello, Isaac. How are you doing today? And let's see what... Okay, I did do one of my contracts. Let's see what other easy contract I could pull off. Ooh, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to pull that off. Test the Juno basic jet engine at the launch site. So nice. Well, glad you stopped by and checked out the stream while you're taking your break of League of Legends. You do enjoy that though. It's a good game. I've never really gotten into it, but I've watched plenty of people play it, and it's a lot of fun. So for this one, I need to test the J20 Juno basic jet engine while on Kerbal at the launch site. Okay, we can do that. So I need a jet engine. Jet engine. I might actually have to research the jet engine. I don't know that I actually have a jet engine. Yeah, I don't see any jet engines. Let's go research some jet engines. Are there jet engines in here? Oh, hey, look, the Juno basic jet engine. So I guess we should go make an airplane. Because that's a good way to test a jet engine, is with an airplane. I mean, well, it just says I have to test the... So could I go like this? And like, maybe something like that? And some fuel tank of this kind? No, that's not gonna work. And then we're going to put the engine on it. There's no control module for this. Seems like this could work. Let's just start over, and let's start with that. And then we're going to put... okay, I see. We're gonna put one of these on there, because that's the right size for that. Oh, yeah, I guess we need some air intakes for our air-breathing engine. I guess we might actually want to build this in the right way, with like a wingy on it, and like, and then we can use the little liquid engine thing. Yeah, and then we're gonna put the little engine right there. Hey, look at this. I'm making an airplane. And then we can slap the circular intake on the front there. Let's hold off on that for just a second. Let's throw another fuel tank on the front there. No? There you go. Just so the intake isn't in the middle of the wing, because that doesn't make too much sense. Put a steerable landing gear on the front of it. And I think I did it. I mean, we could always, just for good measure, throw one of these on there. Because all we have to do is test, we don't actually have to successfully recover. Oh shit! Yeah, I know I'm a jet engine. Okay, let's try this out. I just need to fire off the 2 jet engines. Yep. So, we're gonna put the brakes on. And then we're gonna activate the jet engine. And I think we just got the contract, we did. And then we're gonna throttle up the jet engine. And even with the brakes on, this thing's trying to take off. Let's let go of the brakes and see what happens. 16, 18, 20. Can I take off? Or is that solid rocket booster too big? Yeah, most people don't strap solid rocket boosters to the back of their airplanes. But I figured, what the heck? We'll give it a try. And I'm about to come up on the end of this runway. If I come up on the end of the runway and I haven't taken off yet, we're gonna do that. Wait, are you still... Are you... Whoa, no! Hey, look at that! This is the view Jeb has. He is now floating in the water, but he survived somehow. We should probably recover him. Wow. Somehow that thing didn't take off. At the last moment, it didn't not take off. I guess. Is how that worked. We got 0.3 science for that. Yeah, no, that was hilarious. That was a beautiful, beautiful crash. Let's go ahead and recover some of our parts from over here. Yeah. Okay. Now, we successfully pulled off the mission, so we got a little bit of money off of it. And let's see. Nope. That one's gonna be too difficult right now. I need to test a Mark 16 parachute and flight over Kerbal. Okay.
Oh.
Why isn't this making me more money? Oh, because I haven't successfully done an actual, like, successful launch. So let's go ahead and launch this thing and recover it real quick. That should work. And that might get Jeb some more XP. That was the wrong button, Jeb. I'm just gonna watch that ring kind of roll around for a minute. Like, that's kind of hilarious. The one part that survives, it's just like, I'm just gonna roll around the launching bay for a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll just... I'm not even entirely sure what happened. Oh, we only have 2.9 science, that's it? I need quite a bit more than that. Oh. I do not intend to have this thing go anywhere. It is purely for science. So yeah, I guess I do need structural doodads sticking out. There we go. This is the most ridiculous looking weird doodad thing that I've made, but it's gonna do us some science. We did some science. Woohoo! I need 45 science for the next upgrade. Mark 16 parachute is going to be the next mission that we're going to go for. Yeah, the parachute is dragging behind at this point. That did not go very well. I had things ordered a little bit wrong on that one. For the flag, we need to get it to an altitude of 4,000. And we did that. But we're going too fast.
Right here. Bacon. Really? Is it?
Wow, that did put us a lot further into outer space than I thought it was going. Yeah, if the big one was too big, then the small one will be too big. The small one was too big, the big one will be too big. I need to add some more weight to this thing. Let's go. Nope, not that thing. Go with that thing, and then put that there. And then we should at least put some aerodynamics on the thing. And let's see what we can do with it. Whoops. Again, I forgot to separate the... Whoops, I cut the parachute. Hey look, we're playing lawn darts with Jebediah. Oops. Yeah, that's how the staging is supposed to look. And now we're going too fast. Let's maybe try to go at an angle. Hey, we did it. Woohoo! Yeah, I think I'm about to make Jeb sick. Okay, there we go. That's better. And here we come to the ground, and we bounced. That was a really pretty bounce. We're gonna zoom in, do an EVA real quick. Hop back in, and recover. And we have upgraded our vehicle assembly building. Let's see what the inside looks like now. It is a bigger building. I just want to see what happens if we do that. I think I already know what's going to happen. And I'm not going to have to push any buttons, and it's going to spiral straight up beautifully. Make sure we separate the action groups. Fire. Yep. Holy cow, that thing is going. And now it's gonna come back down. Wow. Not quite acting the way I thought it was going to. Wow. And just for the fun of it, Oh, well, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. And just for that, I will not try to do anything about what is about to happen. And there you go. Thank you so much for the follow again. But it does look like it is about dinner time for me, so I think I am going to call it for the night. I was debating doing a quick dinner, but my wife made my favorite, and it's spaghetti, so I'm going to have to call it for the night there. You guys have a wonderful evening, and again, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name because I am going to butcher it, but I can pronounce the second part of it. Lopez Ferreira is how I'm going to pronounce that, and I really do appreciate the follow. Since it was the only one of the night, I'm going to pop it up again for you. There you go, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and check me out on the next